From North Africa, nightingales reach southern woodland districts of England in April. They tend to choose woodlands where there's abundant undergrowth in thickets and bushes. Many people have heard the nightingale's exquisite song, either directly or on the radio, but few people have seen the bird, and indeed there are not many who'd recognize it. In fact, the nightingale is rather like its relative, the robin, which we'll have a look at first. The robin has an olive-brown back and orange-red throat and breast, while the nightingale, here it is, a little larger perhaps, is russet-brown with a brighter chestnut tail. The underparts are dull grey. It's the cockbird that sings. Even during the daytime, his song stands out from the rest of the bird chorus. But at night, in the general quiet, it's unique and lovely. The nightingale's nesting sites are often in woodland undergrowth. The nests are made mostly of dead leaves. The eggs are olive-brown and take about 14 days to hatch. Here's a nest with 6 eggs. Usually there are only 4 or 5. And another in a different situation, nearer the ground. The nests are not easily found. There is one here, but it's carefully hidden and sheltered. It's a loose structure in which quite a large number of dead leaves have been used, as well as some grasses and hair. In this nest the hen is already sitting. All these nests are spaced over an area of several acres of woodland. Each cockbird has his favourite perches for singing in the area around his nest. At the end of a fortnight's sitting, the young hatch, and then both parent birds become very busy. They search the woods for worms, spiders, caterpillars, pupae of ants, and various kinds of flies and gnats. When they sense danger, they tend not to return straight down to the nest, but to alight on a twig fairly close. This bird is hesitating before finally going down. No matter how much food is brought, the young seem never satisfied. The parents bring food to the nest hundreds of times during the long summer days. If, during the weeks of feeding, we were to make several visits to the wood where the nightingales live, we should see the parents bringing caterpillars, and we could watch the young growing up. Let's hide quietly in the undergrowth, listen to the general bird chorus, which includes the nightingale and the song thrush, and watch the birds ceaselessly bringing food to their young. As well as giving us the loveliest of bird songs, nightingales, during their short summer visit, are also useful. They help to rid the woods of many tree-infesting pests. As the young grow up, they clamour more and more for food. The pattern of upstretched necks and large, wide-open beaks makes a demand that the parents cannot resist. Feeding young and keeping the nest clean is a full-time job. After mid-June, the nightingale's song is heard no more. Before August ends, these young will be starting on their long journey southwards. In late summer, both young and old will leave the woodlands of Britain and migrate to Africa. The journey to the North African coast only is 1,000 miles, But many birds have still twice as far as this to travel before reaching their winter haunts in tropical Africa. How they find their way there and back, and why they visit us, are questions we do not yet understand. Well, the plain little brown birds, which can produce the most beautiful notes, are now ready to leave. We look forward to their return next year.